In this video, we'll be discussing very basic transact SQL statement, select statement, and we'll be discussing also where statement. In previous video, we discussed how to use like this SQL Server Management Studio. And for like testing, we need some kind of database, right? For that, Microsoft created AdventureWorks database. To download it, go to Google and go to this website, this Microsoft website, or just type in download AdventureWorks database and click on the first link and download this file. After downloading it, restoration process is very easy. This is how to restore the database in SQL Server. Click on database, right click and choose a restore database. From here, choose device, add, and use this file that you have just downloaded. And click OK. OK. And once more OK. After restoration finishes, you will have this kind of database. Here will be your tables. And let's start discussing very basic transact SQL and start with basic select statement. Write in select, for example, 1 and click on execute. You will have result here. This is your result window. This is where you are typing the code. From here, you can choose the database. You can use this to execute or just click on F5. Now let's select some kind of data from our tables. For example, write in select star from. For example, let's choose this table, person.person. Copy paste the name and click on execute. After executing, you will have this kind of data. But make sure that you're using AdventureWorks database. From here, you could have like mentioned this master. If you execute this code in master, you will have this kind of error. So make sure to use this AdventureWorks database. Click on execute. And we have this kind of data. As we can see, we have like many columns, right? Here are all the column names. For example, these are column names. Business entity ID, person type, name style, title, and so on. This is column, and this line, this blue line, are row. These are rows, and these are columns. Make sure that you understand difference between them. Now, what if that I want to, for example, select only business entity IDs? Instead of star, let's copy paste this code. You can just use this column name and select only business entity IDs. If you want to have all the columns and you are too lazy to like copy paste from here to here, there is no necessity for that. You can just click on person table, right click and select top 1000 rows, and it will automatically generate this kind of code. And you will have all the column names. Here you can add also, for example, person type, and for example, last one, modify date. And click on execute. This is a very basic select statement. And now let's add where statement to our select statement. Again, copy paste this code and type in where. Let's execute the first one. Basically, how and why we use where statement. Every time we select something, we do not need everything, right? We need to somehow filter this data. For example, filter it with business entity ID. In where you can write business entity ID equals to 100 and execute this part of this code, and you will have only this row. I want to mention that in this window you can write multiple codes, for example, multiple select statements. And if you want to run them separately, just sign like this and click on execute or F5 again. So, where statement, right? With where statement, I was able to filter my data. Also, let's again run this command and filter data we used like business entity ID, right? Let's use MR. For example, I want title to be Mr. equals to MR. When we are using strings, make sure to use this colons to filter the data. Again, run this code, and as you can see under title, we only will have MR. Also, when you are filtering data in where statement, you can use like different signs, not only equal. For example, you can write in, for example, let's write business entity ID is more than 100. And as you can see, it will start from 101. You can write less than 100. And we will have only like 99 rows. You can, if you want to include this 100, you can write less than or equal to 100, and you will have 100 rows. Same goes with more. You can write like this. Like this, and so on. So this is for where statement, and in where statement you can include this kind of code where you will be able to write between. This between is very helpful. For example, you want to select data between 1 and 100, or 1 and 1000, right? With between, you will be able to select data between different kind of numbers. Also, you can write here not between, and as you can see, the numbers will not be between 1 and 1000. As you may already recognized, coding with T-SQL, Transact SQL, is very close to English language, and for example, select from person.person. It means like get the information from person table, where my business entity ID is not between 1 and 1000. So remembering these codes is very easy, as it is very close to English language. This is it for our lecture. If you have any questions, drop them in the comments. And if you liked this video, make sure to subscribe. See you on the next lecture. Thanks for watching.